Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the team. First and foremost, thank you for being a part of this incredible journey. You're not just joining a team, you guys. You are stepping into a movement that has the power to impact lives around the world. I promise you, what this business is going to do for people is going to be complete transformation. And it starts with you. So let's begin with what matters most, you guys, and that's mindset. That's what's between your ears. That's the most important thing in this business. That's the most important thing in your marriage, in relationships, and being a father or mother. It's all about mindset. The way you show up for this business, the way you show up for your family, the way you show up for your kids is going to determine how successful you are. The way you show up for this business is going to determine how fast and how far you grow. You guys are all entrepreneurs. That's the cool thing. When you decided to sign up with my wife through Evelyn and all my team, you guys started a business. And a lot of you started a business for $295, where you could go out and start an LLC, which we have a training on it. Lola can share that with you. You have all these write-offs. You have the restaurants that you can write off. You have travel that you can write off. You can write off your home office. You're an entrepreneur. And what that means is you're building something real, something with purpose. This is your business. So I want you guys to treat it with seriousness, consistency, and the heart that it deserves for it to be successful. I want you guys to learn everything you can because we have provided a lot of resources to you. When you signed up, Lola and Evelyn sent you tons of resources. Take the time to go through them. Knowledge creates confidence, you guys. Knowledge is power, and confidence will drive your momentum. Show up for the weekly trainings. We have trainings on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every Monday, we do this onboarding training. It's not a show up one time and I've got it. You might want to show up a couple of times so that you understand the back office, you understand the comp plan, you understand how to recruit and how to build this business. Those are all the things that I'm going to cover tonight. And if life happens to get in the way and you can't attend one of the trainings Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just make it a priority to watch a replay. Listen to it in your car, listen to it in the gym, listen to it on a walk, listen to it when you're cooking. However you got to do it, just make sure that you're putting this information into your brain. Every single training, you guys, is a step forward in your growth. Every call is a chance to sharpen your skills and build belief. Belief is everything, you guys. This product isn't just another supplement or a gadget. This technology is going to change humanity. I promise you, it is going to change humanity. You must believe that. When you truly believe, sharing becomes a natural thing for you. It's going to become very easy. You do not have to sell in this business. A lot of people call this business direct sales. I call it direct sharing because when you share, it's a lot more natural than trying to sell to somebody. Your passion will become contagious. And then you'll share with everyone. You'll start to plant seeds every single where you go. And here's the best part. No one on this call is doing this alone. We've created a system for you. It started when you signed up. You started getting all this information. The system is the trainings. The system is the website that we're building, the school system that we're building. All that system exists for you to leverage and have success in your business. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. Just follow the one that's proven to work. Invite your people to our opportunity calls. Use all the tools, leverage the team, and then we all rise together. We are here for something bigger than ourselves, Jimena and I. This isn't just about sales. It's about transformation. It's about being a part of something special, something really rare, something that the world desperately needs right now. All right. So it's all about here, you guys. This is where it's got to start every single day you wake up. Is there going to be negativity? Is there going to be failure? Is there going to be those things that are going to happen to you? Absolutely. It's a part of the process. So now what I want to do is I want to walk you through the back office. All of you, when you signed up, you used a user ID and a password. So I want to get you familiar with everything in the back office so you know where things are, so you can get in there and you can play around. And then when we have Q&A, you guys can ask questions, be like, hey, I did this, I want to know about this. Get in there and play around. Okay. So let me take you into my back office so that you guys can see exactly what it looks like. So this is the back office. You're going to log in. And you're going to see your back office. But the first thing you want to do is you want to go in and click on your name up here in the corner. And when you click on your name in the corner, it's going to say your profile. You're going to change settings. And when you change those settings, it's going to go in here and you can go through here and you can see all these edit buttons. You can add a photo. What name do you want to use for your recognition content? You can see use custom name for recognition content because my name that I want to be called and the name that's on the account is different. So I want to be Jay Atkins. Date of birth, all this information down here. You can go through each tab, your profile, your address, your payment methods, how you want to get paid, two-factor authentication, all of those things. That's how you're going to go in here and set up your profile to make sure everything is good. The next thing is when you enroll people, people always want to know what's the most important people or most important thing I do when I bring people in the business. And that is to make sure that you get to manager. But to get to manager, you need to have two people on your left and two people on your right because it's a binary system. In order to do that, you just scroll down here where it says, where do you want to place people? So if you're getting ready to enroll somebody and it's set on your left, go in and check where it's at right now. Your first two people, it's left. And then when you get two people in the business, you're just going to change this to build right. And it's going to change it to the right side of your organization so that you can put two people on your right. Okay. That's what you need to know for now. That's all you need to know for tonight. Because when you enroll people, and then as we go on, we'll do further training. I'm going to put this back to left because that's where I want people in my organization. Now, how do you find if you are on a subscription? The subscription is very, very, very important. Okay. Subscription keeps you active. You just have to have one sleeve of patches a month, your own inventory to stay active so that you don't lose volume in your organization. Now, everyone that's coming to our organization is on our left side right now. We're putting everyone on our left side. That's the way we're building right now because our right side is super strong. What that means is after you sign up, when we sign people up, they go under you. And you're going to get credit for volume for people that were enrolling. So you need to build your right leg so that you can start cycling and making money inside of the bonus program. Okay. So once you get your structure of two left, two right, you're going to start to build, but you need to make sure that you're always active. So in order to make sure that when you signed up, you have your monthly subscription order, you just click on this and it's going to tell you what your monthly subscription order is. Ours totals $554 a month. You need to have at least where it says 397 BV, it's got to be 55. One sleeve of patches will get you there. Now, once you become a manager, you have to have two sleeves of patches on auto ship. So it's $199 every single month. That's the only expense to your business is your own inventory of patches. That's all you have to spend every single month to keep your account active. Now, if you did not do the monthly subscription, how you do it now is you go to store, you go to patches, and then you're going to click the X39 patch right here. It's going to say it's going to add it to your cart. Once I go down here and say add to monthly subscription orders, it's going to say that you added it, but you have to go check out of the cart. So go check out, and then it's going to ask you for your information. That's how you have to make sure that this is added to your monthly subscription. Once you check out, put all your information in, verify your mailing address, you're going to go back to monthly subscription and make sure that it's showing up in there. Okay. Super, super important, you guys. Okay. Now, how do you find your enrollment link? So when you go in here to organization, here's organization. It says enroll new. I'm going to click on global enrollment. That means I can enroll anywhere in the world, wherever we are. And then I'm going to click I'm not a robot. And then this is going to take me into the link that you send out to people. You go up here to the top and you just copy and paste this right here You could do this from your phone too. In the search bottom, it's going to give you this link, copy and paste, and put it in your notes on your phone. So that whenever someone says, hey, what's your link? You can send them this link for them to sign up. Now, you have a customer link as well. If you go down here under preferred customer program, there is a customer link. This link right here is your customer link. You want to copy and paste that, put it in your notes. So if someone says, hey, I just want to be a customer, you send them this link, and that's to sign up as a customer. Okay. You want that at your easy access. Okay. Commissions, pretty important to know where that's at, right? We want to know where our commissions are. The cool thing about Lifewave is the commissions are live all the time, right? So when I come in here, I can see what I've made so far today for the week, right? We get paid from Monday to Monday. This is my commissions right here that I can see at a quick glance. But you can also go to the commissions tab, click on commissions, and this is going to give you the breakdown of everything that you make that week. So this was last week's commissions. This is the cycle bonus. So you can go in there and see so far, I've made this much in the cycle bonus for the week, almost $7,000. The matching bonus, we made almost, probably close to the same, almost $8,000 in the cycle bonus. Bonus product, how much we made for signing up people, 700. And then how much we made off of customers, $1,400. So you can see every dollar that you make inside of your commissions by going into the commission tab and just opening up each and every one of those tabs, okay? So that's how you check where you make your money, okay? So how do you check your rank advancement? Okay, so if you go in here to home screen, you go into commissions, okay, you see rank advancement right here, okay? When you click on that rank advancement, that is going to take you to here. And if you're not a manager yet, it's going to say manager here. So I'm not going to be able to select anything because we're at the top of the company. So there's no rank advancement for us. We're already at the top. But you're going to see a manager here. And when you click on that manager tab, it's going to tell you exactly what you need to hit manager. How many you need on your left, how many you need on your right, all the requirements. So it's very easy. And then if you want to say, okay, what do I need to get to director? It's going to show you everything that you need to get to that rank. It's very simple to figure this out, okay? Excuse me. Manager. That is the most important rank in this company. What I tell people is it's all about being a manager-making machine. The first thing you need to do is get to manager. How do you get to manager? It's 4 people. You got to get 4 people to come in the business. Your friends, family, neighbors, people who work with. And I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute. But you got to get 4 people in the business. When they sign up, you got to get them to this training so we can talk about what's important for them to get to manager. So that's all you need. If you get managers in this business, that's all you need to go to the top of this company in this business. Manager. And that just means you got to help every single person get 4 people. Now, if you want to upgrade your package because you signed up with a core and you want more inventory, you can go into the store tab and right down here is sales tools. The next thing is going to be upgrade package. I've already got the premium package, so it's not going to allow me to upgrade because it's a one-time thing, right? You just pay the difference between the core and advanced or the core and premium or the advanced and premium. You're not paying for another package. You're just paying the difference in between the 2 packages, okay? So that's how you upgrade your package. And I'm just giving you guys a bunch of quick information because these are all the questions that I had when I started, and I just want to make sure you guys know exactly where to go find this in the back office, which is very easy. The other thing is you guys really need to leverage the training. And the reason I want to talk about this is because the number one thing that's broken in this type of business is that when you sign up, you don't give them all the resources that you got to be successful. And then they don't have the resources to pass on to the people that they sign up and so on and so forth. And so they don't have all the information and all the tools that they need to come to these meetings, to come to these trainings every single week. So it's really important that you're forwarding all this information that we sent to you because we don't have access to them. And then that way they know there's Monday trainings, onboarding. So they're new in the business, show up to Monday night on these trainings. Here's the link. On Tuesday, we have a training. On Wednesday, we have a training. On Thursday, we have a training. Then we have the recordings. They go in the chats, make sure they're in the chats so that they have access to all the information so they can be successful in the business. So you want to make sure you're always talking about those trainings and you're talking about those opportunity calls so that people can create and have success in the business. Okay. So the other thing that I want you guys to look at over here is there's a resource tab. This resource tab has all types of great information and videos that you can go through. So you can scroll through, you can see all these informations. Like if you want to go in and book a tour at home office, like there's so many different things that you can do in this resource tab that's very, very valuable. Just get in there and play with it. Go in there and play with everything that you possibly can. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about is the hardest part of this business. The very, very hardest part of this business that most people struggle with, and that is talking to people consistently, getting into conversations with people so that you can start bringing up this amazing device and what this device does. Okay. But before I tell you what to do, what I want to tell you is what not to do. Listen, one of the things that I learned from my grandfather very early on in life was learn everything not to do. You'll save a lot of time and you'll save a lot of money. So I want to save that time and money for you guys tonight because when I started this in this business, I made mistakes. I did all the things you shouldn't do. What I want to do is save you that. I want to give you those tips right now. And the first thing to not do in this business is when you start talking about this business, start talking about that it's a network marketing, a direct sales, an MLM. That is not what you want to lead into the conversation with because people have been approached with that millions of times and they're like, no, I don't want to hear about it. I'm not doing a pyramid scheme, which pyramid schemes don't exist, you guys. They're illegal in the United States of America. If the FTC gets wind that there's a pyramid, which means a pyramid scheme means you cannot make more money than the person above you. Okay. That's not true in this business. People that I brought in the business are making more money than me because they brought more people in the business than me. So it's not a pyramid scheme. The only pyramid scheme that exists, you guys, is corporate America. The only person that makes the most money in the company is the CEO. And then the C-level executives below them. And then the executives below them. And then the people that do all the work. That's a pyramid scheme. This is like this. You can make as much money as you possibly want in this business based on the effort and energy that you put in it. So I don't talk about it being network marketing. The other thing I don't talk about to start a conversation is about the comp and how much money, and you can make money right away because then it takes away from what the product does and how great the product is. So those are the two things that I never, ever talk about when I get into a conversation. But what I want to share with you tonight is how to get into a conversation. A lot of people have a hard time breaking the ice or getting in a conversation with people. I personally could talk to a wall, but that's just been a gift I've had my whole life. But what I want to do is give you a gift that helps you talk to anybody. And this gift is you have to leave people with themselves. And what I mean by that is you have to make the conversation about them and not about you. And how you do that is you ask questions. And I have 3 questions that I ask every single person that I know, that I haven't talked to in a little while, and a complete stranger. And that question is about their identity. Our identity is what we do for a living. That could be a stay-at-home mom. People are like, well, that's not a job. That's the hardest job and the biggest job that any human being can have on this planet. That's the biggest responsibility that anybody can have on this planet. And that's the conversation I have with someone that says, oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't do anything. You do a lot. You do way more than I do, right? You have a huge responsibility with a child. So it doesn't matter what they do. I always ask them what they do for a living because that's their identity. If you're a stay-at-home mom, that's your identity. If you are a nurse, that's your identity. That's what you spend 8 to 10 hours a day doing. So people like to talk about that. Then I ask a couple more questions about what their day looks like. Interesting. Wow. I never thought about that's what it takes to do that kind of job. And then this is the second question that I ask that's very specific. And that is, tell me what you love about your job. And then people are going to tell you what they love. They're going to tell you that they don't love that much about it, but you're going to get into a conversation. And then I let that expand a little bit, right? I take a couple minutes on that. And I said, well, tell me what you would change about it. Not what you hate, not what you dislike. Tell me what you would change about your job. And then people are like, oh, I'm working weekends, I'm working holidays, I have to work at night, I have to be away from my kids, I have to, I never get vacation, I don't make enough money, like all of these things, right? And that's all information that's great for our industry because we have a solution for them. And so normally around this point in the conversation, people are going to ask me what I do for a living. And that's when I say I'm a serial entrepreneur. I own several businesses, but the one that I'm most excited about right now is my stem cell business. And they're like, stem cell business? I'm like, yeah, well, tell me what you know about. Do you know anything about stem cells? I don't know that much. I know they're illegal in the US, blah, 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 blah. And then that's about the point that I take this little bad boy off right here. And I'm like, have you not heard of this stem cell patch? This thing has changed my life more than anything else. I have more energy, more vitality. I sleep like I've never slept in my entire life. My skin looks better than it ever has before. And it's all because of this X39 stem cell patch. And they're like, how do I get it? Oh, easy. It's one of three ways. You can buy it retail for $149 a month, but nobody really does that because you could get it wholesale for $99 a month with an auto ship, or you could become an affiliate with the company and share it like I am, and the company actually pays you to share. It's pretty cool. Which one sounds most appealing to you? And then meet people where they are. If they want to just be a customer, great. I'm going to give them my customer link. If they want to be an affiliate, I'm going to send them my brand partner link. And then I'm going to get them on a call. Or I'm going to get them on a call on Tuesday or Thursday night and say, listen, you know what I love? I love for you to get on a call with my business partner and I'd love to get your opinion on it and see what you think. So don't make this harder than it is, you guys. And I just gave you guys this now. This is going to be a recording we send out. Listen, write down what I said and practice it so that you could talk and have the same kind of conversation. Okay. So the other thing I do is I look for people. I take initiative to look for people that might be drinking an energy drink or a pre-workout or a coffee at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'll just ask them, so why do you drink coffee at 2 o'clock? You know, it affects your sleep, right? If you have caffeine in your system after 10 a.m., it affects your sleep. And they're like, yeah, it doesn't affect my sleep. I'm like, do you wear a Whoop? Because trust me, it affects your sleep. But I have something that won't affect your sleep. Matter of fact, it will help your sleep and it will give you energy through the day. And then I'll talk about the stem cell patch. If I see someone in pain, I'm going to start talking to them about the pain, how they got their injury, where's it come from? And then I'm going to start talking about the stem cell patch. All right. So the other thing that I do is I also look for people on social media, right? We're on social media a lot, scrolling all day long. There's a lot of people in direct sales on social media selling other products. Excuse me. I'm going to teach you a different approach tonight. And that approach is not to try to sell someone your opportunity on social media. If you see someone in the business with another company, reach out to them and make the conversation about them by asking them to learn about what they do. They work for Herbalife. They work for pharmacy. They work for Monet. They work for Avon, Mary Kay, whatever the companies out there. They're all over. If you guys go out there and Target, you can see all these people. Most people are sending them a DM saying, hey, I want to talk to you about my opportunity. That's what they're doing. But when you say, I want to talk to you about your opportunity and learn from them, it's a completely different approach that gets you into a conversation. The most important part of this business is getting into the conversation. And so what I do is I reach out to them and say, hey, tell me about your business. Tell me about your comp plan. Tell me what you like about Herbalife. Tell me what you would change about Herbalife. I'm going to do the same exact thing. And then they're going to say, hey, what do you do? And I'm going to say, hey, I work with Lifewave, and our company allows us to work with another direct sales channel. And I want to add something to my portfolio because I want to have multiple streams of income. And I was just out there looking, but our comp plan is amazing. Are you guys allowed to have multiple companies that you work for? And the answer is no. And I'm like, whoa, they put handcuffs on you. You can only represent their brand. That doesn't seem to be fair. And then it gives me the ability to start talking about Lifewave as a company. All right. So that's a different approach to use to direct sales channels. You could use your social media. I only have 200 followers. Well, 10% of 200 is 20. I said you need to make money, you need to have 4 people. If you get 20 people from your 200 people, then you're going to have a heck of a business. And that's just going to start to grow like a snowball. Friends and family, these are the toughest people to close. The toughest people to close because they know who you are. They've seen you start things and stop things and not finish things, but still practice on them and talk to them about this business. The way you get good about talking about this business is practice. People you went to school with, people you've worked with in the past. Pull out your phone. Look at all the contacts. The other day, I went on my phone to see how many contacts I have. I have like 3,800, 4,800. I forget the number. There's a lot of people. I'm like, oh my God, I have a lot of people on my phone. How do you reach out to them? I just taught you. Call them up, even if you dial them by accident, but on purpose. And just say, oh, you know what? I dialed, who is this? Hey, man, how are you doing? What are you up to? What have you been doing these days? Oh, I'm working at the such and such. Oh, really? Tell me about that. How's that? What is that like? What do you love about it? What would you change about it? And then they're going to say, what do you do? Oh, dude, I'm doing something, the most exciting thing I've ever done in my life. I'm in the stem cell business. Stem cell business. What does that look like? Then you have your 30-second commercial that you could talk about it. Now that accident conversation becomes an on purpose conversation. But the main thing that you guys need to do is patch people. That extra inventory that you have, go out and patch people, put the patch on them so they can have a transformation. Give them at least 5 patches so that you can stick the patch on them. They can feel what the patch does, hopefully in that 5 days. It might take them longer, but at least they know what it is and you could talk about it because you have something to give them. Okay. So those are the tips for talking to people. The idea is just to get out, start talking to 3 people every day, make a commitment, talk to 3 people a day, be intentional, go to the gym, go tour a new gym that you've never been in before with the intention of just going to meet new 3 people. Go to the grocery store just to meet 3 new people. Go have coffee somewhere just to meet 3 new people. This business is all about talking to people. Call people on your phone, reach out to people on social media. Don't try to sell people, try to get in conversations with people. Okay. So now what I want to share with you guys is I want to share the comp plan. I want you guys to really, really understand this comp plan because I will tell you that's when the eye-opening thing happened for me is when I figured out this comp plan and how amazing it actually is. So when I told you how I talk to a customer when someone says, how do I get it? 1 of 3 ways. You can either buy it retail for $150 a month, which nobody does. You could buy it wholesale for $99 a month with an auto ship, or you can become an affiliate with the company and they'll pay you to share. Which one sounds most appealing? And then when they tell me, then whatever direction they go, if they become an affiliate, then I'm going to get them on a call and I'm going to show them the compensation. But I want you guys to understand the compensation plan because once you do and you realize how much money is in this business by simply sharing, not selling, you don't have to sell a thing. You just have to share. I want you guys to understand this. Now, if this is the first or second time that you've seen it, it might take a couple times. Rewatch this and rewatch this and rewatch this so that you understand how this works. Okay. So the first way that you get paid is if you sign up a retail customer for $150, you get a $50 commission every month. If they stay a retail customer and they buy for $149, you make $50. Okay. If a preferred customer signs up for $99 a month, you get a $20 commission. Our preferred plus customer is a VIP customer, and all that means is they paid an extra $19.99 and they get 6 months free patches of the other patches that the company has. Every time they get their auto ship every month, the company's going to send them 10 patches of all the other patches that we have that month. Okay. If it's, Silent Nights, if it's Icewave, if it's glutathione, if it's, the carnosine, all the different patches that the company has, they're going to send 10 of those every month for you to try. Okay. So that's the $19.99. And you also make $20 commission. That's the first way. The second way is if you signed someone up in the business with a core pack, which a lot of you did, that's $295, 3 packs of 30, you get a $35 commission. If someone signs up an advanced, 6 packs of 30, so they have more inventory to give out, that's $535. That's a $75 commission. This is one time when someone signs up, this is the commission you get. If someone signs up with a 20-pack on your team, $1,750, then you get a $405 one-time commission when they sign up that first time. Okay? That's the second way that you get paid. The third way that you get paid is because this comp structure is a binary, meaning you have 2 legs, a left and a right side. The cool thing about this binary that maybe you didn't understand when you signed up is when you signed up with Jimena and I, every person that we enroll after you sign up actually goes under you, and their volume counts towards your leg. Okay? You have to build the other leg too, and you want to build both simultaneously. But in a unilevel, if you didn't sign that person up, or the person you signed up didn't sign someone up, you don't get any volume or any commission from them. But in this, it doesn't matter if you signed them up or not. If you signed up last week and then we sign up another 200 people this month, you're going to look in your back office and you're going to see 200 people in your left side that's giving you volume every single month. That's the cool thing about the binary system. So the third way that you make money is off of what we called cycle bonuses. And the way the cycle bonuses work is based on volume, okay? So we have 2 legs. One leg is a power leg, and the power leg is the one with the most volume. And then we have a profit leg, and that's the leg with the least amount of volume. And the way this works is for every $660 that you have on your strong leg, power leg, and for every $330 you have on your profit leg or your weak leg, that counts as one cycle, and you get paid $50 for every single cycle that you have. And when you get paid that cycle, once you become a manager, which means you have 4 people in your organization, you can make up to $1,500 per week. Our comp structure is paid weekly off of everything: customers, brand partners, cycle bonus, and matching bonus. You get paid from Monday at 3 a.m. to Monday at 3 a.m. every single week. So under this, your maximum that you can make as a manager is up to $1,500 per week. Once you go through the ranks and you get up to senior presidential director, you can make up to $25,000 per week. Okay? So that's how this structure works for the cycle bonuses. The fourth way that you get paid is what's called a generation bonus, a generation matching bonus. And the way this works is when you enroll people direct to you, then when they enroll someone and they enroll someone, you match what they make. Okay? So let's just say, for example, I brought in my best friend from college, Pedro. And Pedro is making $1,000 every single week off the comp plan. Okay? I make 25% of everything that Pedro makes. So I get paid $250 from Pedro every week, which would be $1,000 a month. Okay? Let's say Pedro brought his cousin Maria in, and Maria is also making $1,000 a week off this comp plan. Well, I get 20% of everything that Maria makes, so I make $200 every week, which is $800 per month. Okay, so now I'm up to $1,800. So let's say Jose is brought in by Maria, and Jose makes $500 per week. I make 20% of everything that Jose makes, so I make $100 every single week. Okay, so I would make an extra $400. That's $2,200 every single month off of just 3 people. That's a lot of money off of 3 people. And that's why this comp plan is so amazing. Now, that's just 3 people. Let's just imagine my upline brought in 107 people in 3 years. Okay? 107 in 3 years. That's about a person every 10 days. And he makes about $55,000 per week. About $220,000 per month. Okay? I didn't misspeak. $220K per month. More than the top 3% incomes in a year he makes in a month. Okay? Off of this business. Now, take that 107 people that he brought in over 3 years, and let's just say that those 107 people on that generation level one that you're making 25% of, and they brought in only 10 people each in 3 years, meaning they brought a person in every 3 months. That level two that's paying you 20% would now be 1,000 people that you're making a 20% off of. That's crazy. That's a crazy number. Well, let's take it even further. Let's say that 1,007 people, they only brought in 10 people total in 3 years. So every 3 months, they brought somebody into business. That 1,007 now becomes 10,007. So now you have 11,121 people that you're matching on their money every single week. 11,121 people. And you only brought in 107 people in 3 years. That's why this compensation plan can pay so, so well. So right now at this point, what I like to do is I like to open this up for any questions that you have. I know I threw a lot at you guys. I know it's a lot of information that I threw at you, and that's on purpose. But if you guys have any questions about what I'm talking about, even if it comes to recruiting, whatever I talk to you guys about tonight, or any questions that you might have, that's what I'm here for. So we're going to spend the next 10, 15 minutes answering your questions. If you want to put them in the chat, or, I know Evelyn and Lola are on top of it and asking, questions, but feel free to put it in the chat if you don't want to speak. You can ask me the question in Spanish. I have an interpreter that will interpret it to me, and then I'll answer it back to you, and she'll interpret it back to you. Or you can put it in chat, whatever you're comfortable with. But I would rather you ask me out loud what the question is. So anybody have any question, you can raise your hand, you can unmute yourself, and I'm happy to help. Addy, go ahead, buddy.
Hi, I'm Fernando. I'm Addie's husband. How you doing? You just said that this is not a pyramid because it's illegal. Pyramid is illegal. But I want to use the example that you did with the three generations. So let's say that Pedro gets four people, and those people go crazy. So now Jose is on top of that. So Pedro can make more money than Jose.
All right, call. Yeah, so there is so I brought in Carlos and Rochelle. Carlos and Rochelle have brought in I looked yesterday, almost 1,200 people, right? I've brought in 700 people. They make more money every week than I do because they brought more people into the business. So if let's just say your example, let's just say Pedro brought somebody in and on his second generation, and his second generation is just killing it. Well, you get 20% of everything that he makes in that generation, but he's going to make below him, his first generation, he's making 25% off of the people that he brought in the business, and then 2020. So there's no limit to what you could make, or if you could make more money than anybody else in this business because of the binary. Okay, so understand that you're also getting paid from what other people are doing that you have no idea what they're doing. So I'll show you in my back office right now.
Yeah, the
So
reason I'm asking is because I had a person ask me that question, and I say, no, this is not a pyramid because the person below you can make more money than you are. So I just wanted
yeah,
to make
so
sure.
yep. So Addy, there's no pyramid schemes are illegal. And they can't exist in the US because there's a regulatory body called the FTC, the Federal Trade
Right.
Commission, and they will shut down. I mean, it used to be a while ago, companies could get away with it, but the way that a binary plan works is it's impossible for it to be a pyramid scheme because of the way that you make money off of other people in the organization. So
Okay.
it's all performance based. And then also, if depending on how well you are building your organization, it's all dependent on you, right? So I know my upline, I make more money than them, right? I make a lot more money than them. They make maybe half of what I make, but they also didn't build the organization that I've built. And then I've had a couple of people that I brought in that are really good that are just taking off, and I make a ton of money off of them. So I mean, if you got people below you that are doing really, really well, then you're going to make money off them because of that matching bonus, right? So if they do well, you do well. And so this is a leadership business. The better you help people, that's why I invest so much time, money, energy, and effort into you guys, because the better you do, the better I do. But you could still, at this point, Addy, make more money than me
All
based
right,
on
good.
who you bring in the business. You you
Good.
you can make a lot more money than me.
Okay, that's good because that's what I told that person. That person's still
And
looking
so
into this.
so this is my organization, okay? So I'm going to show you guys. So we have brought in, you can see right here, 694 people. Okay. This is
Oh, you're
personally
not sharing,
sponsored.
Jay.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Lolo. So we have brought in 694 people, okay, in the last 7 months. You see right here? But my total rep count that I have that I get paid from in this business, the amount of people that I get paid from are 15,637 people. You see this?
Yep.
I've only brought 694 people in. So my organization total has only brought in 12,000. So my 694 people has grown to 12,000 people in my organization. But my overall organization, because it's a binary and my upline and all the people that my uplines people bring into business, I get paid from 15,637 people. And I only brought 694 in. So I get paid from 15,000 people that I have no idea who they are. And I love every single one of them,
All right.
but I don't know who they are. So if it was a pyramid scheme, the company would not be paying me from 15,000 people that I've never, ever met in my life. I have no idea who they are. And that's the way your organization will grow as well. As you bring in people, people will bring in people, and then people that we're bringing in will actually grow under you.
All right. Thank you.
I
You're
have
very
a
welcome.
question. I have a question here. It says, what's the difference on what a person pays when they come in as a preferred customer versus a distributor?
So a customer pays $99 a month or $149 a month. So if you want to be a retail customer, you pay 149. If you want to be a preferred or preferred plus, you pay 99. If you want to start a business and be a brand partner in the business, you pay 295. But the 295 gets you 3 sleeves of patches, which you have inventory now to go out and patch other people. So you get 3 sleeves of patches for 295. So you're still getting it for below retail when you become a brand partner. You're not paying to join, you're paying for inventory so that you have inventory so that you can patch other people.
It says, can you show how to find the link to give somebody to only purchase the patches?
Yes. I just want to see. I'm going to ask Monica if she wouldn't mind me sharing something. Hold on. Hey, Monica, do you mind if I share your back office just with people? I don't know if she's hearing me. I won't share it until
Is
she
that
says,
me,
okay.
Jay?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Not at all. I'm sorry. I'm driving. Absolutely. Go
No, no,
ahead,
no, that's
please.
okay. All right, so Monica's on our team. She's doing a great job. But what I wanted to show you guys really quick. So this is where I'm saying to you, Addie, where how this business builds. And if it was a pyramid scheme, this could not be the case. Okay. So Monica has let's see, personally sponsored uh, 21. Okay. And she has 299 people in her organization from us putting people in from when she joined. She joined a little while back. She also has $73,000 in volume on her left leg, which is the leg that we are putting people on, right? So $73,000 on her left leg, and maybe 10,000 of that is hers, but she gets paid off that volume. And she doesn't have any idea who those people are because they're not direct to her. So that's the way this compensation plan works, you guys. That's why it's important to get people into this comp because we're also helping you build an organization because we're enrolling people daily. And when you signed up, now people are going to fall below you. Now, you can't just depend on us. You got to build an organization as well. You got to recruit people in so that you have a way to cycle on that left and right side in order to close out cycles. Very good, Jocelyn. How do you convert? Lola, did you say there was another question? Did I miss
Yes.
one? Okay, go ahead.
If you can quickly show how to grab the purchase link only to purchase patches.
Okay, yes. Um, so if you want to get your purchase link, okay, you're going to go into organization, okay, enroll new, global enrollment, Then you're going to hit I'm not a robot. Join now. Okay, you can do this on your phone too, but you're going to scroll to the bottom and it's going to say preferred customer program. Okay, on your phone, your search button's on the bottom, not on the top like on a computer. So it's going to come on the bottom, but you're going to see this link. It's going to say your name and it's going to say preferred customer program. You're going to copy and paste that link, save it in your notes, and send that out to somebody. And then that's going to be your customer link. To get your the other link for people to sign up, then you're going to go to the top, and up here, it's going to be enrollment pack. So when you click on here, up here, your enrollment pack link is going to be here. You're going to copy paste that, and that's for you to share if someone wants to sign up for the business.
It says,
Okay.
how do you converse with someone who is undecided to go into the company with a core versus an advanced packet?
Okay, that's a good question. These are all great questions, you guys. That's what this training is about. So these are really, really good questions. So the way that I do it is this. It's how serious people are going to be about the business. Okay. And what I mean by that is if you have inventory, way more people are going to sign up. Because if you try to talk about this patch and explain the stem cells and the science, and you're saying, oh, this patch is doing wonders, and you don't have anything to give them to put on top of them, you could make it happen, but it's going to be a lot harder conversation. In order, instead, when I go out, I bought the premium pack, and they have these little envelopes on the website. There's 20 for $5. You can seal them. I used to go out when I first started the business and I put them in baggies and I looked like I was a drug dealer giving drugs away. But this is a lot more professional because it has the Lifewave X39 on it. I can seal it. And what I do is I zip it open in front of them and I show them where to put the patch. And I put the patch right on the back for them. And then I say, take these and wear these for the next 10 days. 12 hours on, 12 hours off. When you wake up, put it by your toothbrush or set alarm. And then at 7 o'clock at night, set alarm and take it off. Don't sleep with it because it's going to give you energy and not allow you to sleep that good. That's why you would want to get the advanced. That's what I tell people, the difference between the core and advanced. The advanced and premium, same thing. I just want inventory so that I can go out and I have something that I can share with people. Okay? If somebody signs up for the premium pack, 3 people signing up for the premium pack, you guys, this is paid for. And now I have inventory to give out to people. So that's what I always tell people I did. Now, they can upgrade anytime they want. If they just want to try it and they're like, I don't want to spend $535. Okay, you can get the core pack and you can upgrade anytime you want to. You can upgrade from advanced to premium anytime you want, even a year from now. If you've never upgraded, you can upgrade a year from now. It doesn't matter the time. So I just tell people, based on the seriousness of it, if you just want to stick your toe in the water and see how this goes, cool. And you know what? The cool thing is even in 2 weeks, if you decide, I don't want to do this, you can get all your money back. There's no risk. So there's nothing really to think about. What you don't want to miss is the amount of people that are signing up and coming into the business right now. The longer you wait, you're going to be further down in the line, which means you're going to have more people above you instead of below you, which is going to help you with your comp. Because when Monica's business starts taking off, she's going to start being able to cycle very, very quick because she's got $75,000. $75,000 divided by 660. Let me do the math. 75,000 divided by 660 is 118 cycles. 118 times 50. That's $6,000. I think I did 7,800. 7,500 divided by 330 or 660, sorry. 113 times that's $5,650 in just 1 week once her volume starts kicking up. That's just the cycle. That's not including the matchup. I think it's Geraldine and Lola. If there's anything else, you go ahead, Geraldine.
Ya, mi pregunta es, o sea, recién lo llevo usando 3 días
Okay, this
y
is
yo
my
quisiera
question.
saber
I've
si
been
es lo
using
mismo y
this
lo
for
puedo
3 days and I
compartir
want
o
to
uno
know how
tiene que
I can share
esperar
it.
a los 30 días para que te pueda hacer
Or do I have to
efecto para
wait
poder
for
dar
30
como que
days to
un
have the
testimonio de
effect,
lo
to
que
be
está
able to
haciendo
have a
conmigo?
testimonial of what it's doing with me?
Yo sí he visto cosas así, o sea, poquitos que yo hasta ahorita lo vengo usando, sí puedo decir que sí.
So I
La
have been
otra
using it
pregunta
for a
es
while and I can say that I am
sobre
noticing
uno,
something.
¿cuál es donde
And
te
the other
quieres enfocar
question
más?
is,
¿En
what should I
reclutar
focus
o en
most on, in
promoter?
recruiting or in
Muy
selling?
aparte de, muy
Apart
aparte de
from
promocionar el producto que es
promoting
bueno,
the
¿no?
product, which is good.
That's a lot of great questions, Jodine, that you squeezed in that short amount of time. That was amazing. So I'm going to try to answer all of them if I can remember them. Okay, the first one is some people might have, feel something in the first 3 days. It might take 3 weeks. It could take 3 months. But there are stuff happening inside of your body with your blood, with your cells, with your stem cells. So it just depends on, if people are taking Adderall, if they're taking stimulants, if they're taking Xanax. Like we have no idea what people's going on or what's going on in their body and how healthy they are. So it could take people a little longer. So I don't make promises to anybody. What I do tell people is this. I ask people if they take vitamins or they take any kind of supplements, and a lot of people are like, yeah. And I'm like, what do you feel from those? And the answer is nobody feels anything from their vitamins or supplements or anything, right? So, as far as in you and your belief system and confirmation, if that's what you want to do to be able to talk about this, Patch, I think that's a personal preference. I will tell you there's thousands and thousands and thousands of testimonials, even on our recordings that we have of people that talked about getting pregnant on this, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's, autism. I mean, eating disorders, like all kinds of things that this patch has helped with. So maybe watching some of those and understanding what this patch has done for other people if you haven't had the transformation yet. So that would be my advice as far as and when to talk about it. I started talking about this quite honestly when I understood how it was helping people and I started hearing testimonials from other people. Like I had energy, I had mental clarity. I noticed that, my I wasn't going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. But that wasn't really something that related with a lot of people because not a lot of people have to wake up every night and go to the bathroom. So I just started talking about what other people did. And then, a young girl come up to me and talk to me about her son with autism and how it transformed his life. So I had a massive belief and a massive social obligation to talk to people about this. So that was mine. Second question that you asked, Jodine, was what you should focus on, selling or the opportunity. I would tell you it's a very, very good question, Geraldine. And what I would tell you is meet people where they are, not where you want them to be. And what I mean is we want everyone to be a brand partner in this business, but some people aren't ready for that. And what you should focus on is talking about everything that's possible, right? So I talk about what the product's done for me, what it's done for other people. And then people ask me how they get it. And then that's when I say you can get it one of three ways. You can either get it retail for $150 a month, but nobody does that, or you can buy it wholesale for $99 a month, or you can be an affiliate with a company and share, and the company will compensate you just like any other affiliate program. Which one sounds most appealing to you? And let them decide what sounds interesting. Just because they sign up as a customer doesn't mean in 30 or 60 days you can't follow up with them and they become a brand partner in the company. But if you try to sell or try to force people into something, they're not going to do anything. And so that's why I always want to meet people where they are versus where I would like them to be, every single person I talk to. Was there any other questions, Geraldine, that I missed?
No, perfecto,
No,
gracias.
that
Todo
was
me quedó
perfect.
muy
Thank you.
claro y ya
Everything
tengo
is
Awesome.
una idea
very
de lo que voy
clear,
a
and I
hacer.
have an idea of what I'm going to do now.
Awesome. I would just say experiment. Go out there and talk to people.
Jay,
Very good.
can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Can I put that patch to my goddaughter that she's 12 years old and she has issues concentrating in school?
I would definitely try it for sure. I mean,
Okay.
my 7-year-old and 4-year-old wears it.
Okay.
So, I mean, I would definitely try it. The other patch that I would also try with her is also the Eon. which is inflammation. And, you know, she could wear it like right here on her hand. And what I've heard for kids that have like, you know, problems focusing or whatever is the X39 and the Eon or is a good combination because the Eon sometimes is just a stress reliever. And sometimes people have a problem focusing because of stress or being in a stressful situation. 12 years old, it's the most probably awkward stage of our life and probably the hardest stage of our life in school. You know, the most bullying is going on and, you know, we're in our most awkward stage. So I would try those two. If she doesn't want anybody to see the patch, which some people might not want that, what I would say to do is to wear the X39 on the back, on the neck, and the Eon on her belly.
Great.
Or she could even wear the Eon on her chest.
Oh, okay. Great. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Anybody else?
There was a last one here in the chat. It says, does it make a difference what leg is stronger than the other for the points in order to close out cycles?
Well, so it's a good question. So basically what you always want your legs to be is you want your power leg, your strong leg to be 2 times what your weak leg is. So as you know, the first most important thing when you're building your organization is to have a structure so that you can hit manager. Okay. And once you hit manager, the second most important thing is volume. So what you want your volume to be as you're building your organization. Now, like Monica, being that she's on a leg that we're building so strong, her whole focus right now is her structure. And then the next focus is to build her right leg because that way she could cycle off that $70,000, right? So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So 330, 660. But if you just say whatever your let's just say your volume is $9,000 on your weak leg, you're going to need $18,000 on your strong leg to cycle and make money off that, right? So that $9,000, whatever it is, you're going to always take that weak leg and divide it by 330. So 9,000 divided by 330 would give 27 cycles. Okay. Then you're going to take 27 times 50. And if you did that, you'd make $1,350 this week just off of cycles, off of $9,000, right? So that's how you can kind of focus on it. But the thing is you're not going to be always control your volume because even on your other side that you're building, when you bring people in, you get credit for their volume. So it's not just your volume, it's your whole team, your whole organization's volume that people are bringing in. And that's why this thing can blow up. And that's why this is the best compensation model that exists out there because it doesn't always depend on everything that you do. But if you go out there and you really kill it, you can make a lot of money because of other people building, you building, and it just adds up very quickly. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you guys so much. Remember, we have calls Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have opportunity information calls that you guys can invite people to. The way I would invite people to those calls is just simply, hey, listen, I started this new business. My business partner is having an information call. I would love to get your opinion. It's going to take 10 to 15 minutes for this call. Never tell anybody it's going to take longer. If they want to jump off after 15 minutes, they can. I just would love to get your opinion and then get them on the call, get on the call with them, follow up with them and say, you know, hey, I just wanted your opinion. What did you think about it? And that's the best way to get people in this business. And then just talk to 3 people every day. Talk to 3 people every single day about this. Find a way to talk to 3 people, get a patch on 3 people, and it's going to take off, you guys. I promise you. Thank you for being a part of our team. Thank you for trusting us. We cannot wait to meet all of you in the future. Have a great evening.